So we did refuge,
Yes, Kingdom Nature Preserve.
far flung.
Yeah, far flung.
What other words?
I'm gonna check.
That's it? Okay, make sure you speak up nice and loud
Yeah.
for me, right?
Sanitary.
Sanitary.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
wait. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary and sanctuary.
Chew.
Sanctuary.
There you go.
And
Migration.
Grading.
Migrating. Okay?
Yes.
Alright. Ready when you are, man. And then once the timer stops, continue reading, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, the colorful name and the colorful place are part of the Fogplug system of Natural Wildlife Refuge. It is a chain of nature preserve which includes more than 300 units which total nearly 29 million acres. There's a refuge in all but 5 of the 50 states. Many refuges lie near the busy urban stretch of the eastern seaboard, the Middle West, and the Pacific coast. Mainly, they offer sanctuaries to millions of immigrating water flows, but they have other values. People need solitude too, and 15 million Americans found respite
Keep going.
during 1966 in visiting these wildlife haven that can also be human refuge.
Keep going.
Yeah, most came to observe the bird of a merely to wander around the escape momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily. There you go.
Of city tension.
The tension.
The tension of city living. Others satisfy a recreational thirst for hunting, fishing, or boating.
Boating.
Okay.
Several
refugees are unique because they have up the last stronghold for animals border on extinction.
Stronghold.
Yeah.
For animals. Bordering
on
extinction. Extinction. You got it.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay.
Extinction.
Yep. Say it one more time.
Extinction.
You're fine. Just say it one part at a time, okay?
Extinction.
Say it one part at a time.
Extinction.
There you go.
Extinction.
Extinction. Good.
Example of
an example.
Aransas.
Oh, you missed a part. An example.
Okay. An example
is
the Aransas Refuge, located halfway down the Texas coast. Here on 47,000 acres of bays, and usually additional flat and estuaries, total flat and sandy island visitors may see the whooping crane.
Whooping
crane.
Whooping crane. There you go. Cranes. Don't forget that S.
One of the largest birds, probably the rarest in North America. This giant of a bird, standing 5 feet high and with a 7-foot wingspan.
Spread, you were right the first time.
Winters only on Aransas, and the nearby land. Cranes,
lands. Don't forget that S.
Yes.
Say lands.
Lands.
There you go.
Yeah, crane mainly.
No. What's that word?
Cranes.
Cranes.
And many other types of wildlife are there from late October to mid-April.
Good.
When each grouper begins its
Whooper.
or
Has.
yeah hazardous
Repeat after me. Has. Are. Does.
Hazardous.
Repeat after me. Has. Are.
Hazardous.
Repeat after me. Has. Are. Does. Hazardous.
Hazardous.
There you go.
260,000 miles trip to summer nesting grounds in the far north. North.
Good.
The only nesting area which is now known is in the Wood Buffalo National Park of Canada Territory. Whooping cranes.
Oh, slow down.
Whooping cranes have all but vanished from wildlife seen before and establishment of Aransas. The 13 lone survivors report during the winter of.
Oh, can we go back to that sentence? 15
lone survivors reported during the winter of 1941 and through 42. The winter of 1965 and 66,
things continued.
Saw 44 individuals.
Nope, we missed a whole line.
I know, okay. And things continue to be touch and go.
Okay, let's start over. Okay. 15 lone survivors.
Yeah, 15 lone survivors reporting and during the winter of 1941 and 42. And things continue to be touch and go for the species for a number of years. The winter of 1965 and 66 saw 44 individuals on the refuge, hardly a thriving population, but nevertheless,
there you go.
One of that ending up instead of down. The key deer is another species that has dwindled to near extinction in the 1940s, but since when has been preserved for people to see. A remnant herd of 50 animals has faced with certain victims of
displacement. Yep.
Victims of intensive land development, and when the areas pushes to keep their habitat.
Purchases. Let's read it when we're not yawning. Purchases
to keep their habitats were started in
Period. So make sure you pause.
In 1966, the population numbers around numbered around 400 animals, most of them living in the refuge land on Big Pine Key in Florida.
Good. All right. So the words that we struggled with are the words that are here in these note cards. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the words. And I want you to take your time so we're not going through too quick, okay? And we're going to really work on enunciating those words so our fluency gets a lot stronger, okay? So we have, I'm going to say it and then I'm going to have you repeat it, okay? Winters. Ters. Okay? We have winters. There you go. Includes.
Includes.
Includes. There you go. Has. Are. Does.
Hazardous. Hazardous.
Repeat after me. Has.
Are.
Does.
Hazardous.
There you go. Cranes. Good.
Displacement.
Let me say it first, and then you can go. Okay. Displacement.
Good.
Dwindled. Good. Thriving. Good. Whooping. Good. Extinction. Good. And if we need to break it down, ick. Stink. Sh. Right.
Extinction.
Right. It's like icky. Ick.
Yeah.
And then stink.
Yeah.
Pew. Shun. Okay. Let's say it one more time.
Extinction.
Good. Recreational. Rec. Shun. Okay, so let's break it down.
Recreational.
Good. Momentarily. Good. Merely. Good. Respite. Respite. Good. Respite. So it's like rest. Not t, but rest. Pit. Respite. Good. Waterfowl. Fowl. There you go. One more time.
Waterfowl.
Good. Refugees.
Refugees.
Good. Now, when we say it without the S, we say
refuge.
Good. Far flung. Good. Places. Good. All right. So, we're going to go through these and take your time. Don't rush, okay? If we mess up, I'm going to put it in the redo pile, okay? All right. Ready?
Winters.
Good.
Includes. Hazardous.
Okay, we're going to retry that one. Hazardous. Don't forget that D sound, okay?
Cranes.
Good.
Displacement.
Good.
Dwindled.
Good.
Thriving.
Good.
Whooping.
It's like a ooh, like whooping. Okay.
Extinction.
Good. I'm gonna just keep working on that one though. Okay.
Recreational.
Good.
Momentarily.
Good.
Merely.
I'm gonna work on that one again. Respite.
Water flow.
Fowl. You got it. Waterfowl.
Refugees.
Good.
Far flung. Places.
Good. And what would we call this one without the S?
Refuge.
Refuge. Good. Okay. Alrighty, let's go through these ones again.
Hazardous. Hazardous.
Hazardous. Remember.
Hazardous.
Right. Us.
This.
All right.
This. Whooping.
Whooping. Good.
Extinction.
Good. Extinction.
Merely.
Good.
Respite.
Good.
Water flow. Foul.
You got it. Waterfowl.
Far flung.
Good. I'm gonna throw in another one just in case. I'm gonna mix them up. Challenge accepted.
Another challenge.
Is that a challenge? Okay.
Hazardous.
Hazardous. Good.
Extinction.
Good.
Waterfowl.
Foul. Caught yourself. Okay. Now let's try to say these in a fluid sound, okay?
Hazardous.
Good. You're good.
Extinction.
Extinction.
Yes, extinction.
Good.
Waterfowl. Foul.
Foul. Like a foul smell,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Now challenge when you keep doing that. Waterfowl. Foul.
Waterfowl.
Waterfowl.
Good.
Extinction.
Good.
Waterfowl.
Good.
Extinction.
Attaboy. All right. So, what I would like us to do after going over those words, okay, we're going to go through those 81 words or those 90 words that you read yesterday, and let's see how we can do with remembering how to say these words while going through. Now remember, we need to be very careful of not ignoring the S's on the end of words or the INGs
Yes.
or the EDs, because
Yes.
sometimes we leave those suffixes out and it doesn't make the sentence flow, okay? So, go ahead and start.
Colorful names, colorful places are a part of the far-flung system of natural wildlife refuges. It is a chain of nature preserve which includes more than 300 units which total nearly 29 million acres. There's a refuge in all but 5 of the 50 states. Mainly, refuges lie near the busy urban stretches of eastern seaboard, the middle west, the Pacific coast. Mainly, they offer
Sanctuary.
sanctuary.
I forgot to put that in our word list.
Sanctuary
Sanctuary, good.
to millions of
Migrating.
migrating waterfowl. Yeah, but just checking.
Yeah, you're good.
But they have other values. People need solitude too, and 15 million Americans found respite during 1966. And visiting these wildlife havens that can also be human refugees.
Good. Okay, the ones that I saw was we forgot the S in places again. Okay. And we did good on the refugees. Make sure we're not canceling out words such as and the.
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes when we skip those, it kind of makes it patchy sounding.
Yeah.
All right. What I want you to do while you're reading is take your pencil and I want you to follow along with every word that you say, okay? So if I were doing this, I would do colorful names and colorful places are a part of the far-flung system of the National Wildlife Refuges. It is a chain of nature preserves which includes more than 300 units which total nearly 29 million acres. Okay? Or if you would like to, you can either use the pencil or you can use your finger. But make sure that we're not going too quick, so we're losing our place, okay? So that make sure, and also that we're stopping and making sure we have those pauses at the commas and periods, okay? All right. So I want you to go ahead and just do that first paragraph, okay?
Colorful names and colorful places are a part of the far-flung system of the natural wildlife refuges. It is a chain of nature preserve which includes more than 300 units, which total nearly 29 million acres. There's a refuge in all but 5 of the 50 states.
Perfect. Good job. Okay. Do you feel yourself taking your time when you're doing that and pacing yourself a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes I feel like we get ahead of ourselves, and that's why sometimes, like when we're reading, when we say colorful names, colorful places, you're skipping that and, right? So colorful names and colorful places. Okay, so make sure we take our time. Let's go ahead and let's do the same thing, but for that second paragraph now, okay? And that will be with our 90 words that we did yesterday.
Right here.
Yep. Are there any words that you want me to go over again in this paragraph?
Yes. Sanctuary, solitude, respite.
Right.
I would say respite.
Nope.
Respite. Okay.
And then also that one, we said solitude. And there was another word. Sanctuary. Pacific.
Pacific.
There you go.
Main refugees.
Oh. What is that word?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Many refugees lie near the busy urban stretches of the eastern seaboard, the Middle West, and the Pacific coast. Mainly, they offer sanctuary to millions of immigrating waterfowl, but they have other values. People need solitude too, and 15 million Americans found respite during 1966 in visiting these wildlife havens that can also be American refugees.
Good. Alrighty. Okay, so good job on that. Let's go back to these words really quick. Let's see how we do.
Visitors includes cranes, displacement, dwindled, thriving, recreational, momentarily, places, refugees.
Read it upside down.
Merely, respite, far-flung, whooping,
There you go.
hazardous,
Hazardous. There you go.
extinction,
Good.
waterfowl,
Good.
merely, whooping, hazardous,
Good.
extinction,
Good. Can you say one fluid?
extinction.
Out of way. All right. Okay. So today what I'm going to have you do is you're going to read this passage independently, but I want you to make sure that you're speaking clearly, enunciating. What's enunciate? When I mean to enunciate, do you know what that means?
Yeah.
It means to say the word out loud and what's that?
Fluently.
Fluidly?
Yeah.
Yes. So like I'm saying, no, I wouldn't say colorful. I would say colorful, right? I would enunciate the word. I would say it all, making sure that I don't leave out any sounds, right? Okay, so I want to make sure that we're speaking loud enough, clear enough, and we're reading at a decent pace, right? And I want you to do your touch reading, okay? Do you want to use a pencil or you want to use your finger? You choose. You want to use a pencil? Okay. Alrighty. So, you're going to do your touch reading, and you're going to enunciate, and you're going to speak clearly and at a good pace, right? Okay. So you can go ahead and do that, but before you go on, I'm going to explain to you another thing. Then I want you to go through these, okay? First, what I want you to do is go through the breakdown of the word. So, if we were going to do the word winters, we'd break it down into winters, and then we'll flip it around and we'll say
winters.
Right, in a one fluid sound, okay? So, I'm going to model it for you. Winters. Okay? Can you tell how I broke it up? And then I said it all in one sound, okay? Alright, so I'm going to let you go ahead and get started with that. Again, take your time. Alright, you're in no hurry, alright?
The colorful names and colorful places are a part of the far-flung system of the natural wildlife refuges. It is a chain of nature preserves which include more than 300 units, which total nearly 29 million acres. There is a refuge in all but 5 of the 50 states. Many refugees lie near the busy urban stretches of the eastern seaboard, the Middle West, and the Pacific coast. Mainly they offer sanctuary to millions of immigrating waterfowls, but they have other values. People need solitude too, and 50 million Americans found respite during 1966 in visiting these wildlife havens that can also be human refugees. Most of them came to observe the birds, so merely to wandered around and escape momentarily the tension of city living. Other satisfy a recreational thirst for hunting, fishing, or boating. Several refugees are unique because they make up the last genre for animals bordering on extinction. An example is the Aransas Refuge, located halfway down the Texas coast. Here on 47,000 acres of bays and estuary, tidal flats, and sandy islands. Visitors may see the whooping crane, one of our largest birds and probably the rarest in North America. This giant of a bird, standing 5 feet high with a 7-foot wingspan, winters only on Aransas and the nearby lands. Cranes and many other types of wildlife are there from late October to mid-April. And each hooper begins its hazardous 2,600 miles trip to summer nesting grounds in the far north. The only nesting area which is now known is Inwood Buffalo National Parks of Canada's Northwest Territories. Whooping cranes have all but vanished from the wildlife scene before establishment of Aransas. 15 lone spiders reported in during the winters of 1941-42, and things continue to be touch and go for the species for a number of years. In the winter of 1965-66, saw 44 individuals on the refuge, hardly a thriving population, but nevertheless one edging up instead of down. The key deer is another species that have dwindled to near extinction in the 1940s, but seems since then has been preserved for people to see. A remnant herd of 15 animals that have faced with certain displacement, victims of intensive land development, when sea pushes to keep their habitats were started. In 1966, the populations number around 400 animals, most of them living in the refuge lands, Big Pine Keys in Florida.
So now, what you're going to do is you're going to hold it up like this, one at a time. Oops, and they're sticking together. And you're going to say winters,
Okay.
and then flip it around and say the full word all together.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Winters. Extinction. Hazardous. Whooping. Merely. Waterfowl. Far-flung. Respite. Refugees. Places. Momentarily. Recreational. Thriving. Dwindled. Displacement. Cranes. Include.
Okay, so what you're going to do next is
What?
you are going to view yourself reading while you follow along to see if you make any errors. Okay, so you're going to catch yourself instead of me if you were to make an error, okay? So now you're the teacher on yourself. Okay, and then once you start going through the vocab cards, you're going to follow along and see if you're sounding them out correctly. So you're going to be like a critic on your own. So, do you want to listen using headphones, or you just want to listen? Just headphones? Okay. You have your own? Alrighty. So how did you do when it came to the reading? Did you find any errors that you may have made?
Yeah, we've got the assistant includes,
Okay.
others, and I say wingspan to the wind spread.
Okay.
And we've got cranes.
S on cranes, okay. I see you circled that. What was up with that one?
I feel like it waterfowl.
So you feel like you didn't say it correctly?
Yeah, I just
okay.
feel like it.
And I see you circled that one.
Yeah.
Why did you circle that one?
Oh yeah, and because I need some help on these.
Okay. It looks like the word heavens, huh? But it's havens.
Yes, havens.
Okay.
Yes,
and estuary. Aries. So U Aries.
Estuaries.
Oh,
Estuaries.
Estuaries. Yep.
Estuaries.
Havens.
Estuary.
Perfect. Okay. And how'd you do on these?
Very good.
What's that?
No, Mike.
You think you did all right? I thought you did pretty good too. Alrighty. Well, tomorrow you got your hot read. Okay.
What hot read?
It means that you're reading independently, and it's your final assessment for this. And we're going to see if you grew from 81 words, okay?
Yeah.
Because we want to beat 81 correct words, right? Our goal is 120. But that's okay if we don't hit 120, as long as we surpass that 81, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, feel ready?
Probably not.
No? What do you think that we need to do to make ourselves feel a little more ready?
I don't know. I think I would probably do alright.
Okay. Do you want me to make a copy so you can take this home and practice tonight?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to come in and practice this afternoon?
I think I'll be alright.
You think you're going to be alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll let you ask before you read how to pronounce words again, just in case you need to, alright?
Yeah.
Alright. But once it comes down to that minute, it's all you, right?
Yeah.
You can do it, right?
Maybe.
No, you can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can. Alright. Good job.
Or this word.
Okay. So we need some words clarified, right? Estuaries.
Yeah, estuaries.
Estuaries. Good.
Estuaries.
Okay. Any other words you need clarified for you?
No.
Okay, give me just 1 second. We are going to, I want you to make sure that you speak very loud, okay? You follow along with your finger. Speak as clearly as you can, and try and speak as understandably as you can. If there are words that you don't know, I want you to skip them, okay? And we're going to read for 1 minute. And we are going to start right. Oh, let's turn my volume on. Ready? Right now.
Colorful names and colorful places are a part of the far-flung system of the natural wildlife refuges. It is a chain of nature preserves which includes more than 300 units, which total nearly 29 million acres. There's a refuge in all but 5 of the 50 states. Many refuges lie near the busy urban stretches of the eastern seaboard, the Middle West, and the Pacific coast. Mainly, they offer sanctuary to millions of immigrating waterfowls, but they have other values people need. So due to 2 and 15 million Americans find respite during 1966. In visiting these wildlife havens, that they can also be human refuge.
Look at that.
Yeah, right here.
Yep, that's where you made it to. Great job. Did you beat your time?
I don't know, good check.
You don't know. Okay, I can check for sure. Okay, I'm going to go